Greetings and welcome to Living Aptatiously Advice with Dr. June and we have Miss Taylor. Okay, today we're going to give you tips on brownies and we are going to talk about
interracial dating.
Oh boy, join us and let's dish.
It's gonna be alright. Hold on. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.
So we are still in somewhat quarantine due to the pandemic. Okay, hopefully we'll have an audience and a chef again. However, we have some cooking / baking tips for you today. So I bake brownies. A lot of people like my brownies, and I have multiple brownie recipes, most of which consist of stirring chocolate on the stove and it takes time to put it together. So I was asked by one of my students, they were like, well, how do you make brownies if you don't have time and you don't know how to do it from scratch? I said, simple. You can take a box mix, pour it in there where it says water, substitute milk. Yeah. And add a little bit of fudge, chocolate syrup. Add that in there and mix that up instead of just using the regular recipe, which is water and oil. And then that should help it come out a little better than just like a dry box mix. Yeah. Have you ever done that? Have you ever made brownies?
No.
No, not even not from the box or anything. No. Okay. So that's our tip today. Okay. So we're going to try that and see if my tip really worked. But let's talk about interracial
dating.
Oh boy. Now, you know what? Here's my question. I didn't even know that was a thing anymore, but I hear it's still a thing.
It can be a thing or it can't be a thing. I don't know. It may be an underlining question mark or hey, are you open to it?
Yeah. I don't know. Okay, this is so interesting though, because just a few months ago, I guess it still is a thing, because this black lady, she got married to a white man, they have a child, and she said that she got so many people that confronted her about that. Like, I can't believe, what? Like, it was a really big deal. And I was like, wow. And that was just a few months ago. And I was like, really? That's still a big deal?
No, I have a friend too, and he's a black male, and he said that that's why he doesn't go back home much, often. All of his childhood friends, I guess, he married a white female, and when he goes back home, his friends always like to throw a little bit of shade, like, oh,
wow,
yeah. And I'm like, you would think if they're friends or a child, I don't know, where's that betrayal? Where's that line? Like, why?
Well, you know what I think? I think it's where you grew up and perhaps how you grew up. I was watching a television show and the black man said that was expectation from his parents that he will marry a black woman and not date a white woman. And I lived in a place where it was less than 3% minorities. It was, mostly all white, less than 3%. So in that area, I'm pretty sure they'd be like,
yeah.
So I, you know what? As we're talking about it, I'm thinking that that's maybe a part of the issue. I don't know.
I mean, I also what I've heard recently. It's you are what you see, or that's kind of what, if you're used to seeing that, and maybe just maybe if they see okay, that type of person, I don't want to be about that type of person because that type of person I've seen. Them, so I don't want that type of, just like parenting. You know how we're like, oh, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to be like my mom.
Right.
So you try to go the opposite way. So what if that's how it is with dating? Subconsciously.
Ooh, that's a good idea. That's a good thought. Maybe that is what's happening. Yeah. So now we've come down to that it can be where you grew up, can be your parents.
Right.
Or it could be a subconscious thing on what you have viewed. And so what you have depicted is maybe not so good.
Depicted, yes.
And
like
then you're like, okay, this might be good.
so what you depict might be persuaded by what you prefer. That's a thinker.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting for sure.
Okay, let's see if this worked. Let's see if my idea worked. They're still moist.
Oh, very much so.
Yeah.
Is there pecans in here?
I love
Pecans.
pecans. You
What
can have
the-
pecans and chocolate chips too.
I've never had pecans in a brownie before. It's always like walnuts though. I've had a walnut brownie. That's kind of like,
Walnut is a common addition to a brownie.
but pecan
But
can be pecaning.
oh no. No, but a pecan can.
There you go.
Ding, ding, ding.
Pecan. Wait, pecan.
I
There we
say
go.
potato, you say potato. Okay. Thank you for joining us on Cooking Up Advice, on Living Aptatiously Advice. And you know what? I forgot to tell them about the hashtag Living Aptatiously contest, okay? My Instagram is @aptatious. And our hashtag is Living Aptatious. So if you would like to win a gift card, put how you are living aptatious, how you're living a positive life, and you will be entered into the contest. Okay? Don't forget to subscribe, put your comments and share.
Thumbs up.
That's what's up. And we'll see you next time on Cooking Up Advice.
That was really good.
Yeah, it was.
Hold on, it's gonna be alright. Hold on, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright.